Welcome to PenFIT TV. I'm standing here with Dr. Chazan. Thank you for being here with us today. Long-term member and also has a lot of advice for us. How long have you been here for?
About 8 to 10 years.
8 to 10 years.
On a daily basis.
Daily basis. That's one of the great things, is seeing you every day, doing your exercises. How long have you been working here for 8 to 10 years? How long have you been physical activity a part of your lifestyle?
For most of my life.
Okay.
I used to jog, but knees took over, and then I started to come here, and I got expert advice on how to train.
Okay.
And what was beneficial for me and what was not beneficial.
Okay, good.
And that made a big, big difference.
Okay, wow. So now, so you come every day. What types of things do you notice, and what's the reasons why you come? I mean, there's obviously a big commitment there.
Well, the first thing is, if I don't come, I have guilt. That's the greatest motivator in the world, is guilt. So, and besides that, the difference in how you feel physically is immense. When you're here, you feel good, you feel physically fit. If you don't come here, if you start missing times, then all of a sudden you can feel the difference almost immediately.
Okay. And how about just a non-initiated exercisers? What advice would you have for them about choosing a club, about coming here, about getting started?
The most important thing that I found, and I was at several clubs, is that the staff here is unbelievable. They're professional, they're well trained, they give advice, and they can guide you when your first day on, and giving you continuing upgrades on the type of help that you need, what you shouldn't do, what you should do, and how to go about getting the maximum benefit from club membership.
Wow, that's great. We appreciate that, Dr. Chazan. Now tell me about what you do for a living, your specialty.
I'm a podiatrist. I'm a foot doctor and foot surgeon. And we treat all forms of foot disorders, especially since we're talking about fitness, we treat an awful lot of athletes. And athletes need special loving care because of their commitment to whatever they want to do. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of things they can do to prevent injury. And if they do have injuries, a lot of things they can do to relieve the problem quickly and efficiently and go on doing what they enjoy doing, whether it's jogging or treadmill or weights or whatever, or racquetball, whatever activity they enjoy, you should be able to do it without pain, without injury.
Okay. So what would be a couple of those things that we might want to consider if we're new to exercise regarding our feet?
Well, the worst thing you can do is not prepare yourself with the proper equipment. Broken down equipment, sneakers, whatever it is. You wouldn't play tennis with a broken racket. You wouldn't play golf with a broken golf club. You shouldn't come here without equipment that's in good working order. The next thing is, you just can't go out and start doing things. You got to start to warm up. You got to stretch. You got to prepare your body for whatever activity you're going to be engaged in.
Excellent. That's great.
If you don't do it, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah. And how about somebody who's an athlete, an exerciser, committed like yourself? Reoccurring injuries or just overuse injuries, what type of advice you have for them?
Well, sometimes it can be rest, but not rest with not doing anything. Sometimes we can create alternative exercise programs that will allow the part that's injured to heal, but still allow the person to engage in some type of physical exercise that gives them the benefits that they desire psychologically as well as physically.
Okay, great, great. And I know that there are, diabetes is one thing that affects the feet, and people with diabetes, of course, benefit from exercise. Tell me a little bit about that and what you see in your patients and how they can benefit from exercise and how we get them there.
The first thing we do is with diabetics is treat them about diabetic education.
Okay.
What they should do, what they shouldn't do. And then we find that people who are in a controlled exercise program who are diabetics, unbelievably their sugar lowers. Okay. A lot of times they've gone from being medicine dependent to independent, free of medicine.
Okay.
Because their blood sugar is better controlled through diet, through exercise. Wow. We've heard it 100 times, and the only way you can see the benefit is by doing it.
Wow. And how about someone who's their feet hurt so much and they feel like they can't come in and exercise? How do we get them started? Is that alternative exercises, or is there other things?
And sometimes they need some type of, because of certain biomechanical deficiencies or orthopedic problems, sometimes orthotics or some type of insert to the shoe to get their feet realigned, so they can start doing things.
So there's other things they can do.
Because what happens is, pain is the best excuse for not coming here. And if we can eliminate the pain. And if we can teach people how to do things so they're not aggravating an existing condition, we can keep them here. And if we can keep them here, we're going to keep them healthy.
That's great. How do we find you? How do we find you if we have a problem? How can we find you?
Well, you usually find me here any day of the week. That's number one.
There you go.
Number two, or you can always certainly call my office, and I'm happy to talk to anybody just to give them guidance or whatever they want, whatever they need.
Phone number?
544-3620.
544-3620. Dr. Chazan, PenFIT Fitness member. If you've got problems, talk to him here. Otherwise, you can find him in his office. We look forward. Thank you so much for your continued commitment to exercise.
My pleasure.
For being such a pleasure to see you every day, and for your help here today. Thank you, and we'll see you next time on PenFIT TV.
All right.